Let me ask you this. Are you doing things in your relationship right now that are silently sabotaging it? Because here's the harsh truth. There are habits that men often fall into, thinking they're harmless, but they're actually killing the connection, respect, and love in their relationships. If you've ever felt like things just aren't working and you don't know why, this is probably the reason. Let's dive into the habits that are making men weak in their relationships and how to stop them before it's too late. Here's the thing. Relationships thrive on respect, love, and balance. But when certain habits creep in, they can tip the scales and cause serious damage. These habits don't just weaken the relationship, they weaken you as a man. And it's not just about the relationship falling apart, it's about losing your sense of self and confidence along the way. So today, I'm breaking down the habits that can quietly destroy your connection with your partner and, more importantly, how to fix them. Relationships aren't just about love, they're about partnership. And in a partnership, both people need to show up as their best selves. But here's the challenge. Society doesn't teach men how to be strong in their relationships. Instead, we're told to either dominate or completely sacrifice ourselves, neither of which works. Habits I'm about to share aren't just ruining relationships, they're holding you back from being the kind of man who creates deep, meaningful, and lasting connections. 1. Putting her on a pedestal. This one's tricky because admiration is great, but putting her on a pedestal? That's dangerous. When you put someone so high above you, you stop being an equal partner, start overcompensating, trying too hard to please, and ultimately losing your self-respect. Let's be real. Nobody wants to feel like they're dating their fan club. A strong relationship thrives on mutual respect, worship. Treating her like a goddess every day might sound romantic, but it's actually setting you up for failure. Remember, she's your partner, not your queen. Treat her as an equal, and you'll both feel more balanced. Start seeing her as a partner, not a prize. Balance admiration with self-respect, and don't lose sight of your own value in the relationship. 2. Avoiding difficult conversations. Conflict is uncomfortable. Nobody likes it. But avoiding difficult conversations doesn't make problems go away. It makes them fester. When you avoid tough talks, you're essentially saying, your feelings don't matter enough for me to address this. That's not strength. That's fear. Think about it. Would you rather deal with a little discomfort now or a full-blown emotional explosion later? Silent treatment might seem like an easy escape, but it's really just an express ticket to resentment town. Approach conflicts head-on with empathy and honesty. Use phrases like, I feel, instead of pointing fingers. Your ability to navigate difficult conversations shows emotional maturity, and that's attractive. 3. Being overly dependent on her. Here's where a lot of men slip up. They become so emotionally dependent on their partner that they lose their individuality. It's great to lean on each other, but if you're constantly seeking her approval or needing her to validate your decisions, it's a turn-off. Imagine this. It's coming home after a long day, and instead of relaxing, she's met with a grown man asking, do you think I should wear the blue tie or the red one? Every other minute. Exactly the stuff romance novels are made of. Build your own life outside of the relationship. Pursue hobbies, friendships, and goals that are yours alone. Confidence comes from being a whole person, half of a duo. 4. Neglecting your appearance and health. Let's be real. Attraction matters. But this isn't just about looking good for her. It's about showing you care about yourself. When you neglect your health, stop grooming, or let yourself go, it sends a message that you've stopped trying. Picture this. You're sitting on the couch in sweatpants from 2005, eating chips straight from the bag, while she's putting on makeup for date night. That's not exactly setting the mood. Exercise regularly, dress well, and take pride in your appearance. A man who respects himself enough to stay healthy and put together is naturally more attractive, not just physically, but emotionally too. 5. Failing to set boundaries. Boundaries aren't just for toxic people, they're for everyone. When you let her or anyone else cross your boundaries repeatedly, it weakens you in her eyes. You might think you're being accommodating, but what you're actually doing is showing a lack of self-respect. Think about it this way. If you can't say no to a night out with her friends when you'd rather stay home, how will she trust you to handle bigger challenges? Be clear about what's important to you and stick to it. Whether it's about how you spend your time, how you communicate, or how you expect to be treated, clear boundaries aren't selfish. They're necessary. 6. Over-apologizing. Apologizing when you're wrong is a sign of strength, but apologizing constantly especially for things that aren't your fault, isn't. It makes you seem insecure, like you're always walking on eggshells. Imagine saying, sorry every time you breathe too loudly. It's exhausting for her and for you. Know when to say sorry and when to stand firm. A strong man takes responsibility, doesn't apologize for simply existing. 7. Ignoring her emotional needs. This one is huge. A lot of men focus on providing, financially, physically, or practically. Forget about the emotional side. Women need to feel heard, understood, and supported. If you're not present emotionally, she'll start to feel disconnected. It's like buying her flowers, but forgetting to ask how her day went. Gesture is nice, but it doesn't replace real connection. Pay attention, ask questions, and actually listen when she shares with you. That's how you strengthen emotional intimacy. 8. Letting her lead the relationship alone. Leadership in a relationship doesn't mean being the boss. It means taking initiative. When you leave all the decision-making, planning, and effort up to her, it creates imbalance. Picture this. She's planning every date, every vacation, and every serious conversation. Meanwhile, you're just along for the ride. Eventually, she's going to feel more like your mum than your partner. Step up and lead together. Offer ideas, make plans, and show her you're equally invested. These habits aren't just harming your relationship, they're holding you back from being your strongest, most confident self. Relationships require work. They don't thrive when one person is giving their all while the other is stuck in bad habits. It's time to take a hard look at what you're doing and ask yourself, are these habits helping me grow, or are they holding me back? Start today by identifying one habit you want to change and take action. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself. Want to know how to build a stronger relationship? Watch this next video.